Welcome to day 39 of a dish a day, where I'm attempting to upload a new recipe every day for a year. And today we are making a beef and Guinness pie. Now, I know I'm just off the back of doing the chicken pot pie, but hear me out. A beef and Guinness pie to me is no mere pie. To me, every time I make a beef and Guinness pie, it's like catching up with an old friend. I take the time to rediscover why I fell in love with the dish. It's like you can almost smell the turf fire at your back. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like this dish. Anyway, that's enough rambling on. Let's get to prepping. For which we are going to slice 2 onions and chop 2 carrots, where I'm going to take an opportunity to show you a certain style of knife cut. It's called the oblique or diagonal cut, and it's basically just where you cut at a 45-degree angle, rotate the carrot 180 degrees, and continue with the chop, rotate, chop, rotate. This ensures that no matter what shape your carrot is, that all the sizes will be the same. Then dice some celeriac, mince 4 cloves of garlic, and chop about 300 grams of mushrooms. Now combine 3 tablespoons of flour with salt and pepper, give that a mix, get that into your beef, toss that through your beef and make sure it's all covered. Now that our beef is lightly dusted with flour, we can of course start cooking, but I would advise you, if you have the time, leave them sit out for about 10 minutes. What this is going to do is hydrate the flour that's around the edges of the beef, and it makes it easier to cook without burning it. Either way, that's our prep ready. It's time to get cooking. Start by searing off your beef in batches. I would advise really taking the time to make sure that we have a sear on all of our pieces of beef and on all sides of the beef. It really does add to the flavour, and then it leaves you with the fond, which is not burnt stuff on the bottom of the pan. That is pure flavour. Go in with your onions, carrot and celeriac, fry for a few minutes until they're beginning to soften. If you need to put a little bit of extra oil in, that's perfectly fine. Then go in with garlic and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, followed by a full can or 500 milliliters of Guinness. Simmer for about 5 minutes before adding 2 bay leaves, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, and 400 milliliters of beef stock. Add your beef back to the pan with your mushrooms, bring to a simmer, pop a lid on, and get that into an oven at 150 degrees centigrade for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Once we get our beef out of the oven, we're going to want to let this cool completely. In fact, this is a dish that actually gets better if you prepared this the night before. It gives all the ingredients a little bit more time to get to know each other, and it'll end up with some more depth. When you are ready to cook this, however, you're going to get your puff pastry on top, cut some steam holes, brush down with an egg and milk mixture, sprinkle a bit of flaky sea salt, and get into an oven at 200 degrees centigrade for a half an hour. Allow to cool for a half an hour before serving, and I served with mashed potato and some peas tossed in butter and black pepper, and it was astounding. Don't forget to drop me a follow if you like my content, and I'll catch you on the next one.